Thanks so much for joining us on today's episode of Tech Bridge. And this is Lagos Television. This is DSTV 256, GoTV 90. This is Tech Bridge. And all we do on this Tech Bridge is talk about technology. We inform you, we educate you, we empower you, so that at the end of this show, you have technology working for you and not against you. I am Sheyifumi Olatide, and I welcome you to Tech Bridge today.
Tick tack, it's time for Tech Bridge again. Once again, my name is Tony Olagoke. You're welcome to Tech Bridge today.
All right, so today we're talking about artificial intelligence. We're talking about how it has been for Nigeria, and probably we'll pick it a little far, talking about global aspect of it.
The good thing is that people see it as machine language,
Yeah.
machine intelligence, and people are rolling with this artificial intelligence because it's actually a new field in this country.
Okay. Over the past few years, businesses across many industries have been increasingly relying on artificial intelligence to deliver business value. Artificial intelligence will contribute $3.5 trillion in business value by 2022. And of course, a press release from PwC argues that a major component of the value it creates will come from increased worker productivity. And to be precise, the release says that AI will drive over $15 trillion in global GDP gains and in the next 10 years or so. And I think that is half of those gains will come from increased worker productivity. If we talk about productivity, there is no way we can rule out AI.
You can, absolutely you can. Because initially people think it's only business automation that is needed. And now you see that people are talking about what can impact on reasoning, what can drive businesses. Before, don't forget, artificial intelligence is meant for machine, it's meant for robots.
But now it's coming to humans as well.
And equally businesses. And the good thing is, if you're looking at it, you look at economic benefit of this. And that's why you see a lot of people running into artificial intelligence.
Okay, so I think we should just pause here. We've spoken with some experts in this field. We spoke with Morgan and, of course, Victor, Austin, rather.
Those are experts.
Yes, they were talking about artificial intelligence, and I think you'll be so much interested in those video clips. So let's pick those ones, and we'll join you at the other side. Please stay with us. It's still Tech Bridge on Lagos Television.
Now, talking about Nigeria, we adopting it that is actually our challenge here, not the know-how. You understand? We have, brains, we have programmers that develop all these things here in Nigeria. But the challenge we have is we have a culture. We have, what we are used to. We always prefer, the traditional method of doing things. So the adoption is kind of slow. But lately, last year and 2 years back, we've seen how it's transforming various industries here now in Nigeria. And talking about the fintech, I was using a specific example. For example, before you give out a loan or a bank give out a loan, they call you for paperwork, document different things. But like a year back now, or getting 2 years now, you could see different apps that you can use to borrow money and all of that. You don't need to be at the bank for them to have documentation of you and all of that. Just entering your information via the app, they're able to calculate that whether this person is capable of taking this particular loan he's trying to apply for. These are AI. And a whole lot banks, private, institutions are using that currently to determine, okay, is he capable of paying this loan that he's trying to apply for? And you will see that the AI will automatically calculate what you can pay. And if you cannot even pay, it will tell you that you can't pay. Yeah, it is. If not, imagine Nigeria. Will you trust to give anybody money if you don't know the person's, the grandfather and the grandmother. But now, from huge amount of money, an app could give you up to 100,000 from a start. So you could see the level of trust. If the AI is not trustworthy, no person will want to give you such an amount. Being that, okay, this is Nigeria, and people are, believe that we are all, not so to be trusted, yes. We have different chatbots currently. We have Leo, you have another one, Amanda, and all of that. These are AIs. They look at it. This is the question when you come to a bank, bank hall. There's a certain question they ask. So they teach this AI. It's a program, just an instruction. Good morning, just like you ask as if there's somebody attending to ear. So the responses is something that you do every day. So we decided to teach our programs these things. Instead of human being there to interact, you ask these programs, which we call bots, you understand, to give you various answers that you'll be needing. For example, you want to open an account. It has different steps, which you normally go to the bank to do. But when you teach your bot, it can actually do that. Or maybe you have questions. There are different information that is being required from a customer to be able to solve such problem. Teaching your AI, okay, this is the conventional method of solving this particular problem. You are able to do that easily without any challenge. You've heard of machine learning, which is the backbone of whatever AI and whatever we are talking about. The learning is the teaching or saying, okay, you see, it's not really literally say, okay, you bring somebody down. Or for example, I talked of Leo. The way they present Leo, you feel it's a human being, but no, it's just written programs. So me using, teaching your program or whatever AI is just giving that program or that particular application instructions on what to do. If this particular customer asks this question, what should be my response? They are called conditional statements. So when this condition is true, perform this action. When this is not true, perform this action. Leo is a messenger bot. They just customize it, give it their name and all of that. WhatsApp too, you could see business WhatsApp that once you send a message to someone, it auto-reply. These are the initial stage of AI that is being advanced. So you can put in such a way that if this person is asking this particular question, respond this way. A whole lot to try to play smart. It's somebody that is behind the system. And after I say no, type in some words. It will give you answers. Type in other words. For example, you want to recharge. You just type airtime. That airtime is a keyword. So it feels okay, since he typed airtime, it's asking to recharge airtime. So it asks you, okay, do you want to recharge? Just because you enter airtime. Airtime is the keyword, you understand? But enter another thing. Random words that is not within, yes, and you tell you, I don't understand. He knows your mind is being conditioned that, okay, I want to check balance. By the time you enter balance, it will ask you, okay, what's your account number? Because you enter balance. So this is how you teach your AI. There are keywords that you just enter. It's saving cost and giving you what they call customer, efficiency in terms of relating with your customers. For example, it's tedious saying, okay, at the closure of work or of a transaction, you send manual, message of thank you for, it has been a tedious task before now. But teaching your AI that, okay, after completing a transaction, send, a greeting note or whatever. It sends that, you get. For example, there's this, making your customer feel that, okay, this person really have me in mind. You always remind during their anniversaries, their birthdays, and all of that. These are the works of AIs now. So making it easy. There's no need for maybe employing somebody that checks all the calendar to know who has the birthday of today, then send the person text or whatever. So it's reducing costs and as well as the stress. Yeah. So I think it's something that we should all embrace, and it's cheap to integrate. Yes. This is very interesting. There's this belief that there's going to be a time that there will be no longer jobs. No, that's not true, and it cannot be true. Now, these programs, these softwares, or these bots, AIs, does not work on their own. You understand? They don't work on their own. It's just that there are some, work, or can I say studies, that might not be as needed. You understand? So there's this new, involvement, like saying you're going to study computer science as a course. It's no longer a thing. It is a geographer going to study programming to see how he can use programming in solving geographical related problems. You understand? He's a farmer going to study programming to see how he can use programming to solve, his farming, agricultural related problems. You understand? So you see that it's not conflicting. So those that will have these challenges, those that do not embrace the technology. So there will always be people using this system. We see private institutions, private companies, utilizing these technologies. But when you come to the government, they are still afraid. You understand? But to some extent, I'll cite an example now. I don't know why. For example, the election that just ended, the presidential, election and all of that. I could still see INEC saying, for you to give the result of your of the voting or whatever, you have to transport the record and everything manually to Abuja to give such. It's not done. We have AI that we can develop here. Programs, of course, that as this election is going on in real time, you could be seeing the result at the data center or whatever they said. We waited for 3 days. I could see that governments are not embracing technology, they are not embracing all this. Okay, for example, now you could see how they implemented single treasury or whatever. With a single BVN, they can track all your. This is technology. Now, the level of fraud or whatever is limited just because of that. But at the larger scale, they are still afraid using this technology.
If you want to get it right, there's always price to pay. And we have a very particular saying that if there is no pain, no gain. So for you to be able to gain anything meaningful, you have to have a very good foundation. And the foundation is what? Getting it right. For you to save financial overflow, financial mismanagement, you have to put financial checkmate. So for you to be able to save people in your office, spending money recklessly, you have to spend money to do what? To put those architects in place. You have to put materials, structures in place to check those SSX. So I won't tell you that it's cheap or not cheap, but there's always what to do to get what you want. So if you want to have a very good security about your finance, about your data, you have to spend money. That's the truth. Technology is not cheap. Nigeria is coming up, and I know that with time we get there. But I won't lie, a state like Lagos State, Lagos State is actually improving in terms of artificial intelligence. I have my task card for Lagos State. That is artificial intelligence. I don't need to carry my task certificate up and down. What I have done, my ID, they took all my task information and will do what? They transferred it there. And that's electronic chip. You can be able to read it. It's readable. I can renew it anywhere. I can recharge it online. You know, Lagos State, they've been able to implement so many instruments that will help the government. So we are trying, we're coming there. And I know that before year 2030, every state will follow suit. Lagos is always leading. We must what? Get our data correct. We have incorrect data in Nigeria as a nation. We don't have a central database. If we have our data right, have our immigration right, every writing will get it right. For us to get our data correct, we have to do what? We have to embrace artificial intelligence. I went to a federal health center for treatment. And what I saw, the manual cards, the volume of the card they stock was so voluminous. You know, it can take more than 2 trailers. I saw them myself. And I was wondering, we have medical applications that can be able to do what? Do what they call, you collect data and you save them online. You don't need to carry those documents. You don't need to carry any maternity card. Just go in there, give your name, they will enter it, your medical record will come out. Your medical history will come out. We have to have a central database. There is no need to be afraid because we are talking about what? Artificial intelligence. And you cannot talk about artificial intelligence efficiency without talking about what? Cyber security. Cyber security is a very big component of what? Artificial intelligence. We don't need to be afraid because we are developing every day. We have the researchers to here, we research every day. And I can tell you that even if the hackers are using back end to gain access, we also can use the front end to stop them from coming.
Thanks so much for staying with us on Lagos Television. It's still Tech Bridge on Lagos Television. And we've talked about all those things from Austin and Victor. And we see that it is a big world, so to say.
It is a big world because you keep exploring.
Yes.
Yeah, from industry to businesses to governments to individual. You keep exploring this AI.
Yes, he mentioned something about the fact that now you can access some loan facilities without necessarily seeing an individual.
Honestly, without mentioning a particular company, we've seen it. We've seen the trend. What calculates what the profit will be.
Yes.
It monitors the behavioral pattern of the customers.
So if you look at it from another angle, it can say that, for instance, if you consider an AI system that summarizes any meeting for you, if you don't have to take notes and summarize yourself, you can instead focus on the high-level takeaways and connect ideas that you otherwise wouldn't have had time to dwell on. That is talking about how AI is helping us to achieve more within the limited resources that we have.
And now people drop ideas into incubator, like a lab, and they fine-tune the algorithm, they fine-tune the processes, and they go into coding. That's AI.
Well, I think the discussion should go beyond this program anyway. Well, so that is where we drop the curtain on today's show. Many thanks for joining us. Remember that true human creativity and innovation are only possible when there is a solid basis to build on. That is, the more robust the substrate on which you build, the more ingenious the innovation will be. In other words, we can say that the more educated and trained a person is, the more they can create.
Absolutely.
I'm Shoyi Fumiola today. Remember that all our social media platforms are available for you to use. Our Facebook page is TechBridge LTV, and of course, YouTube is also TechBridge LTV. See you in some other episodes. I'm Shoyi Fumiola today.
That's a good one for today, and I'm sure you can't get it wrong with technology. That's why we bring TechBridge to you back to back every week. Bye for now. Join you next episode.
All right, bye.